Hello, everyone. I'm Eric Fletcher. Welcome into another episode of Chasing Better Conversations, my podcast on the power of conversations to seed meaningful change and bring about lasting improvement. You know that conversation is one of the primary threads in the fabric of our days, as each of us has hundreds of interactions in a week, sometimes in a day, with family and friends, colleagues and clients and prospects, neighbors and potential friends. Each of these interactions is an opportunity for us to either add vibrancy and strengthen the fabric of a day, or waste it and amount to nothing at all. Our goal is to explore ideas that can result in better conversations, no matter what the context. On most episodes of the podcast, we will explore with individuals who bring unique experience and perspective. But today we're departing from this norm in order to suggest a framework for conversations of the highest order, a framework that we can use as we have conversations in coming weeks and months and refine as we interact with each other, all in pursuit of interactions that add richness to our experience, move the ball, discover solutions, and instigate meaningful change. Let's begin with this. There are four, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, conversational contexts: professional, close personal relationships, including family, significant others, and our closest friendships. Leisure is number 3, or the conversations we have around our free time, our play, if you will. And the conversations that we have in communities at large. In addition to these 4 contexts, there are 4 conversational purposes. 1 is to learn. 2, to serve as a laboratory for ideas, for explorations. 3, to simply fill time. These are the conversations or the interactions that we have as we pass each other in the course of a day. And 4, to stake out turf, or to be more to the point, to win. For the most part, we won't spend too much time delving into this 4th purpose, to win. Most of us are so hardwired to win that this bleeds into and impacts our ability to have productive conversations around any challenging issue in all 4 of the conversational contexts that we've identified. For now, we'll simply note that to the degree that our conversations have the singular purpose of winning or converting, they are most likely to fall into the bucket of the same old conversations we'll have over and over again, conversations that lead us nowhere. Instead, this is an exploration of what goes into facilitating conversations that change things for the better, advance relationships, and lead to the discovery of solutions of some of our most perplexing challenges. So we've noted 4 contexts and 4 purposes for the conversations that we have with others. One final note. We're not suggesting that every single interaction we have in the course of a day has to have or should have a lofty purpose. But I invite you to put this idea to the test. Even the strictly casual or social encounters that we have at the proverbial water cooler or as we pass each other in the course of a day, even these can be conversations that nurture relationship if we'll practice the habit of chasing better conversations. So what we've just laid out, these are the foundational components upon which we'll proceed. They underscore this reality, that conversations are at the center of relationships, at work, at home, at play, and in the community at large. So, doesn't it make some sense for us to explore, however difficult that it might be, what we might do to make the most out of each opportunity? How do we have more conversations that add rich texture to the experience of all engaged? How do we have conversations that change things for the better, rather than so many that change nothing? So here's our framework. It builds on the foundation we've outlined. Imagine, or if you're inclined to capture notes, divide a clean sheet of paper into 4 quadrants, creating a 2x2 matrix. Label the bottom 2 quadrants, left to right, respect and honesty. Label the top 2 quadrants, left to right, curiosity and bridge building. This simple 2x2 focuses our attention on the 4 characteristics of conversations of the highest order: respect, honesty, a desire to learn, and the ultimate, represented by the top right quadrant in your matrix, the goal of bridge building. To an ultimate solution, yes, but perhaps more important, building a bridge to the next conversation. Another way to think about the matrix is that the bottom 2 quadrants represent characteristics of a conversation, and the top 2 represent our goals, worthy goals. So this becomes a tool that any of us can use to test our encounters, especially those encounters that have significant consequence. Begin with respect for all, share a commitment to honesty, seek to learn, that is, to be more interested in understanding than in being understood. And finally, always seek to build a bridge to an ongoing conversation. Productive relationships aren't built overnight. We all know this. In fact, productive conversations in any one of the 4 contexts we've identified are ongoing in nature. So for all of us who are inclined to try to evaluate the quality of the conversations we have in the course of a day or a season, this is the framework for progress. If you're tired of the same old conversations over and over again, if we seek to instigate real and lasting change, the place to begin is with conversations that touch each one of these 4 cornerstones. Omit any one, and the potential of the given conversation is greatly diminished. On the other hand, the degree to which we touch all 4 of these quadrants, the degree to which the spirit behind them is palpable in every conversation that we instigate, this is when we'll note a marked change in the impact of our communication and every encounter we have. Conversations driven by this framework, respect, honesty, curiosity, and bridge building, these conversations invite everyone in the mix into a unique experience. If the framework resonates with you and you'd like to noodle on the idea yourself and would like to receive a hard copy of the framework, see the show notes below for a link to a free copy. I'll be happy to send it to you. And if you're in the mood to go a step further, try prepping or reviewing a conversation by inserting specific actions that you can take in each one of these quadrants. Or in the case of reviewing a conversation, what went right in each one of these? What can you do to improve? Remember the goal, it's to have conversations of the highest order, conversations that move the ball, to stop having the same old tired conversations over and over again that have produced no result. If you've found these ideas helpful today, please rate the show, and if you're inclined, share it with anyone that you believe might find it interesting, might appreciate the exploration. Until next time, here's to respectful, honest, curious, and bridge-building encounters.